Hi, people. This is Deborah Beehive. Deborah Speaks. Today, I want to talk about what is actually the new year. We've been used to the new year starting in the month of January. But if you do a thorough research on each month, you will see that they were ignorant enough to leave the real true meaning of the last 4 months in etymology. If you do an etymology on the month of September, September actually means 7. If you do an etymology on October, it means 8. If you do an etymology on November, it means 9. If you do an etymology on December, it means 10. And even my grandkids know that because they study alternative languages. So if December is the 10th month, then that means January is the 11th month. And February is the last month of the year, which is the 12th. If you go and look at the seasons, there are 4 seasons in a year. And they are in sets of 3s. And so you're talking, the very first one would be spring. If you think about spring, that's when everything blossoms. Everything comes up from the ground. Even the trees, the leaves change colors. If there are flowers in the trees, they come out during the springtime. So that's when everything becomes new again. So that right there, if you are a part of nature, if you are a part of the cosmos, then you would know that the beginning of months is March. You would know that. This message is for those that are connected to the cosmos, because those that is not connected to the cosmos is conform to whatever is implemented in the planet. Just because something is implemented or just because something is written doesn't mean it's correct. We all can write a book on our theories. We all can write a book on opinion. That doesn't mean it's correct. We have taken for a long time what is written to be correct, and it's not so. It's not so. But we have to go back to the old natural nature of things. The reason why they did that is because those that have souls is connected to the universe, and we're connected to nature. And if we are thrown off by dates and times, then we won't elevate. The only way you're going to elevate and go to a higher vibration, you got to understand who you are. And you have to understand what you're connected to. And the only way you can do that, you have to understand this time process down here. Like I've said to you before, they've used lunar as our calendar. And because the word month means moon. I used to do that. I used to count the slivers in the moon, and it was actually 30 of them. I don't know where they get that 28 days in February, because that's a lie. There are 30 days in a month, which is a total of 360, which is a circle. And I can give you everything that looks like a circle. Your stomach, when you're pregnant, it's a circle. Look at your face. Your head is round like a circle. If you really look at your body, it's shaped like a circle. Look at your lips. They're shaped. Look at your ears. Look at your nose. Look at your eyes. Shaped like a circle. There are 360 degrees in a circle, a perfect thing. So we're going to have to start using our head, what has been given to us to use, and stop looking for opinions and theories from everybody else. Like I said, you can create your own. Go within yourself, know yourself to understand, and start using March as the beginning of the year so you can keep up with what is going on with you. Because you are a part of nature. You are a part of the cosmos if you have a soul. Now, if you don't have a soul, you're pretending to be a part of nature. You're pretending to be a part of the cosmos. You're pretending. And we all capable of that, including the soul, the ones with souls. Because you have nature, you have the ego, which is what soulless beings have, and you have the soul. And if you don't know the difference, then you can be a participant of the soulless ones as well. So if you are in tune with nature and in tune with the cosmos, then you would know yourself, you would learn yourself, and you would learn everything in your surroundings. I didn't want to get off the subject too much, but we are a part of the subject because the month has a lot to do with us. The zodiacs have a lot to do with us. Nature has a lot to do with us. Pay attention to yourself. Look at how each month your thought process changes because you're operating in and out of the different zodiacs that's in the constellation. You're also operating in nature and you're surrounded. You ever had a pain in your body and you be like, where that pain come from? And then all of a sudden somebody in the room would say, oh, I got a pain right here in my leg. Because you're feeling someone's pain. And what I'm saying, and the reason why I use that example, for you to understand you are part of nature. So everything that's in nature, whether it be good, whether it be evil, you're going to feel it. That's how it's set. And you should be able to feel and understand the cosmos and the zodiacs. And each month. And you should automatically know it's 360 degrees. Not 365 days a year. It's 360. 360 days a year. Period. You know, I've been through all of the religions. I had to because that's how my journey was. I've done some Judaism. I've done some Islamic. I've done Christianity. I've done Buddhism. I've done Torah. You know, they all the same because their whole objective is to teach you to know yourself. The whole objective is for you to learn about self and your connection with the cosmos or your connection with God and how you are supposed to be down here in this planet. That's all it's about. It's an allegory. I keep saying that there's a gentleman that's out there teaching people that the Bible, the books, are a lie. But people do that when they don't understand stuff. That's not the way to do things. You know, the books are allegory, all of them, every last one of them. I mean, if you use your common sense, could a person go and get inside of a well and live after 3 days? Come on, people. Use your common sense. Have you seen a donkey talking to people? There was no donkey talking to somebody before, years ago. Ain't no donkey talking to nobody today. Does a snake stand up on his legs and talk? You got to use your common sense, people. Common sense is nothing but spiritual sense. That's all it is. That's all it is. You seen anybody turn water into wine? That's an allegory. The water turned into wine simply represent blood. It's the blood. It's the blood. Everything is in the blood. You think if you have no blood in your body, you think you'll be able to function as a human being? And there's a big difference between a human being and a non-human being. And I call them soulless creatures. Why is your veins as a soul person green and others' veins are blue? You're different. Why are you made of selenium and others are made of sulfur? You're different. Why is your eyes brown and darker and others' eyes are blue and green? Because you're different. But doctors are going to tell you we all the same. We're not. So whatever they write, whatever prescriptions they write for the blue and the green eyes, they're going to write it for the dark brown eyes. They're going to write the same prescription. So whatever they teach in the university to the blue and green eyes, they're going to teach the same thing to the dark brown eyes. Going back to the months. So we have to get out of that because the crowd says so. Just because the crowd says so doesn't mean it to be so. Think about nature. In the springtime, everything becomes new. In the summertime, it's hot. In autumn, it's nice and windy. In the wintertime, it's pretty much dead. Think about it. How do you feel during the wintertime? Just think about spring, which is life, and think about winter, which is death. How do you feel during the wintertime? This winter, I have seen so many depressed people. And I've heard people say, I can't wait till Christmas is over with. Why are you trying to rush something? Because of depression. A lot of people be depressed. December, January, and February. A lot of people. A lot of people in the summertime, in the summer months, be aggravated and agitated. And shit be burning off them. I call it evilness be burning off them. See, we got to pay attention to stuff. It's important. And yeah, you may be a Virgo like myself, but each month you go through every last one of those zodiacs. Every month. You go through the zodiacs. But your primary zodiac is you. It's you. Anyway, I'm not going to stay here long. I really wanted to point out the new year and the fact that it is spring, which is March, not January. Okay? And we are in tune with nature and the cosmos. Okay? We are. And we have to accept it as it is. And each month, each zodiac has its strong point, and we operate in those zodiacs in nature. That's why it's important to know all of that stuff. You got people that are going to tell you that are reading things literally, going to say it's evil and it's wicked. No, it's not. Don't reject stuff you don't understand. Go inside yourself or ask somebody that may know, because maybe somebody that do know would be able to explain it to you properly. And then you go inside and get your confirmation to know whether it's true or not. Don't just reject stuff because you don't understand it. Don't reject stuff because you have been accustomed to 365 days a year, and you've been accustomed to February, them saying February is leap year, 28 days out of a month. There's no such thing. Stop being accustomed, because that's narrow-minded. I've been where you are. And in order for me to learn, I had to allow myself to learn. I'm very practical. And I do strive for perfectionism, because that's my nature. But I don't always get there, but I strive to get there. I strive to provide good information to my people. I strive, but I don't always get there, because I'm in this human body. There's error. There's ego, which does not want you to know. It wants you to stay blind. And there's the spiritual side of you that wants you to be free. It's all about choices. You choose this day whom you're going to serve, your ego or your spirituality. That's all that's been talking about all along. But it saddens me that a guy says that he was an ex-preacher going around telling people that these books are lies and made up. It's not true. They're allegory. They're full of symbolism. They're full of metaphoric. But these books was not written for the person that has a soul. They was written for the soulless creatures. I keep telling y'all that. It's written for them. These books was written way before the Caucasian knew about it. Now, yeah, they transferred, but they transferred a lot of the metaphoric and the allegory without really understanding what it meant. But it was for their people. It was for the soulless beings. It was instructions for them, not for those that have souls. I'm just so sick of the hatred. It's getting to be overwhelming sometimes. The color of the skin, because who's in charge and who ain't in charge. I'm tired of that. Do your diligence. Strive to get the right information to help to help. You know, there are certain stigmas that are put on people of color. And some of it is true. You don't have to pick up a book and read it. Because all you have to do is go inside and get to know you and understand you. Because when you understand you and have joy, peace, love, and happiness inside you, guess what? That's going to be in your aura. And yes, it draws people that are very unhappy. Yes, it does. But after a while, even they'll change. Being around that aura that you have, you just have to pay attention. It's not necessary that people acknowledge who you are. I'll give you, for instance, a lot of people don't like words that I say, and some of them don't like the videos that I make. But guess what I noticed on some of the people's pages and stuff? They go on their page and they'll repeat a lot of stuff I said without putting me on their page. I'm good. Because guess what? The message that I was trying to convey is coming through you. I don't care if I'm in front to be, people don't need to see me. I'm not important like that because I don't focus on my ego. All I care about is the message. And I don't care who the message comes from as long as it's true. That's real deal for me. You know, I'm one of those blunt person. I always have been. I started out being a quiet person. But as I've gotten in my 50s and then turned into my 60s, I start talking more. And you can't shut me up now. But the point is, it's okay if you shoot the messenger, because I'm used to that. But don't shoot the message. You know. And don't get caught up with popularity, because that's false. That's false. If you go by the popularity because the majority is doing it, that's right. I learned that a long time ago as a teenager when I used to cut classes and go and sit in the courtroom and listen to jurors convict innocent people. That's what they did. And that's what they still do. Why? They were the majority. It was 12 jurors. But they were wrong. So don't go by the majority. If you have a soul, you have intuition. And where is that intuition? In your belly. You ever heard them say gut feeling? Gut feeling is intuition. It's real. Symbolism is all over this planet. And these symbolism was created from what's inside of the person that has a soul. The books primarily is talking about those that have souls. You're the Jesus figure. You're the Buddha. You're the Allah. You're the Amun Ra. It's right inside your head. But it's not about your ego, the intellect. The intellect focuses only on the 5 senses. The lenses, which is see, the hear, the ears, see, touch, smell, and hear, and listen. Those are 5 senses. That's earthly. That's physical. That's what the intellect is. Now, those senses beyond that 5, that's your spiritual self. But you won't have beyond the 5 if you're not one that has a soul. And you definitely won't comprehend that the first of the year begins in March. You're going to really think that the first of the year begins in January. But the newness of everything is the beginning. New. Think in terms of the word new. It's the beginning. That would be March. But anyway, until the next time, y'all have a beautiful week, beautiful day, beautiful life. And I thank you for giving me an opportunity to share what is being told to me by the cosmos. I appreciate it. And when I walk in error, I will correct it. I'm humble as I could be because I walk, because I want truth. And I want to share truth with my people. And who are my people? Those that have a soul. Soulless beings won't hear this. But have a good one. Thank you.